If you only hear one thing today, let it be this. Reflect on the beauty of the present, for every moment is a gift, an opportunity to experience the richness of life. Let go of the burdens of the past and the fears of the future. Instead, immerse yourself in now, for it is here that you will find the true essence of living. Life unfolds moment by moment, like petals slowly opening in a blooming flower. Each instant contains infinite possibilities. Yet how often do we rush through our days, trapped in memories of what has been or anxieties about what will come? We spend so much energy either regretting our yesterdays or planning our tomorrows that we fail to notice the miracles of today, the gentle breeze that caresses our skin, the sound of rain tapping on the windows, or the warmth of a loved one's smile. So, why do we miss the present? The human mind, by design, is a restless traveler. It drifts between the shores of the past and future, chasing memories or fretting over uncertainties. It's easy to get caught in this loop, constantly replaying moments that no longer exist or worrying about events that have not yet happened. But what we often miss is that life only ever happens in the present. The past is a memory, the future an illusion, but now is real. And yet it's the present moment we habitually overlook, as if it's merely a passage between two destinations rather than the destination itself. Modern life doesn't make it easy for us to slow down and appreciate the present. We are inundated with tasks, responsibilities, and distractions. Emails to check, messages to respond to, projects to complete. Even when we sit still, our minds buzz with thoughts, wandering far from the now. We get trapped in cycles of comparison, ambition, and dissatisfaction. But what if the very fulfillment we seek was hidden in the simplicity of this moment? Many of us carry the weight of past experiences, mistakes we wish we hadn't made, people we miss, or things we wish had unfolded differently. Regret can be a heavy burden, chaining us to events long gone. But we must remind ourselves that the past, though influential, cannot be changed. It can serve as a lesson, a compass guiding us, but not a prison that holds us captive. The more we dwell on what is already over, the less present we become. Likewise, the future can become a source of paralyzing fear. The unknown stretches out before us, filling our minds with what-ifs. What if things don't go as planned? What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? But here's the truth. No amount of worrying can control what is yet to come. The future will arrive when it does, and it will become the present. Instead of fearing what might happen, we can prepare, but we must not let that preparation steal away our joy in the here and now. The mind has a strange way of creating elaborate stories, fears, doubts, regrets, none of which exist outside our thoughts. When we are lost in these stories, life passes us by unnoticed. What is the use of spending today worrying about a tomorrow that may never unfold as we expect? The present moment is always waiting for us, patient and kind, offering peace and meaning if we are willing to accept it. To live in the present requires conscious effort. It means slowing down enough to notice the little things. The feeling of your breath as it moves in and out, the taste of your morning coffee, the sound of birds singing at dawn. It's about finding joy in ordinary moments, conversations with friends, laughter over shared meals, or the softness of a pillow at night. The present is always filled with beauty if we are open to seeing it. One of the greatest gifts we can offer others is our presence. In an age dominated by distractions, constant notifications, social media, and never-ending to-do lists, how often do we truly listen when someone speaks to us? We may sit across from a loved one, nodding along, but our minds are elsewhere, thinking of unfinished tasks, upcoming events, or messages awaiting our response. Yet relationships thrive when we are fully engaged, and being present with others is one of the deepest ways to show we care. When we are with someone, whether a friend, partner, or even a stranger, Practicing mindfulness allows us to connect on a more profound level. This means listening not just to respond, but to understand. We become aware of their words, expressions, and emotions without judgment or distraction. We let go of the urge to interrupt or fix things and instead offer the gift of undivided attention. In doing so, we foster trust and intimacy, creating moments that matter. Even in difficult conversations, presence helps us remain grounded. When emotions run high, it's easy to get caught in the old patterns, reacting out of habit rather than responding with clarity. But if we stay present, we can respond with compassion, allowing space for understanding and healing to grow. Being truly with someone in these moments is an act of love, both for the other person and for ourselves. We live in a world full of distractions that pull us away from the present. Our phones buzz, emails flood in, and countless forms of entertainment vie for our attention. While technology offers many benefits, it also fragments our focus, making it harder to stay connected to the moment. Often, we find ourselves mindlessly scrolling through feeds, consuming endless content, or multitasking to the point of exhaustion, rarely pausing to ask whether these activities truly enrich our lives. Cultivating mindfulness is a way to reclaim our attention. It begins with awareness, recognizing when we are being pulled away and gently bringing ourselves back to the task or moment at hand. This could be as simple as noticing when we are half listening during a conversation or catching ourselves checking our phones out of habit. Creating intentional pauses throughout the day can help anchor us in the present. Try setting aside a few moments to breathe deeply or take a break from screens. You might step outside, stretch, or close your eyes and listen to the sounds around you. These pauses serve as gentle reminders to slow down and reconnect with yourself. The more we practice mindful awareness, the easier it becomes to notice and release distractions, allowing us to engage more fully with life. Nature has a way of calling us back to the present. When we step outside and immerse ourselves in the natural world, we reconnect with something timeless and grounding. The rhythm of nature, birds singing, leaves rustling in the wind, waves lapping at the shore, invites us to slow down and simply be. In these moments, we remember that we are part of something larger than ourselves, and this awareness can bring a profound sense of peace. Spend time observing the natural world, and you'll notice how everything flows effortlessly. The sun rises and sets without haste. Trees grow, shed their leaves, and bloom again in their own time. Animals follow their instincts without questioning their place in the world. There is no rush, no striving for perfection, only an unfolding of life, moment by moment. When we connect with nature, we often find it easier to let go of stress and become more present. Whether it's walking barefoot on the grass, sitting under a tree, or watching the clouds drift by, nature offers countless opportunities to practice mindfulness. These moments remind us that life doesn't have to be complicated to be meaningful. Sometimes simply noticing the beauty around us is enough. One of the most profound lessons life offers is that everything is in a state of constant change. Seasons shift, people come and go, and even the moments we cherish most eventually pass. At first, this truth may seem unsettling. We long for things to stay the same, especially when they are beautiful or comforting. But impermanence is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. In fact, it's what makes each moment so precious. When we accept that nothing lasts forever, we learn to appreciate life more deeply. Knowing that a sunset will fade makes it more vibrant while it lasts. Understanding that time with loved ones is finite encourages us to cherish every shared moment. Even difficult times carry value, for they remind us that pain too will pass. Being present also means embracing each moment without judgment. Some moments are delightful, while others are painful. But all moments are part of the human experience. We cannot cherry-pick only the happy times and ignore the rest. To fully live is to embrace life in its entirety, the joy and the sorrow, the hope and the disappointment, the calm and the storm. Consider the waves of the ocean. Some days the water is tranquil, gently kissing the shore, while other days it roars, crashing wildly against the rocks. But regardless of the tide, the ocean remains. In the same way, we remain constant through the shifting experiences of life. When we accept both the joys and challenges without resistance, we become like the ocean, able to hold everything without becoming overwhelmed. Part of being present involves releasing our need to control. We often try to dictate how our lives should unfold, clinging tightly to plans and expectations. But life is unpredictable by nature. The tighter we hold on to our expectations, the more we suffer when things don't go according to plan. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means surrendering to the flow of life, trusting that each moment will reveal what we need. When we stop resisting what is and instead accept life as it comes, we find peace. Acceptance doesn't mean we have to like every situation. It simply means we acknowledge it without fighting against it. In this acceptance lies freedom, for we are no longer caught in a tug of war between how things are and how we think they should be. Think of a leaf floating on a river. It doesn't try to control the current or resist the flow. It simply allows the water to carry it. We too can learn to float through life, trusting that the current will take us where we need to go. One of the most powerful ways to anchor ourselves in the present is through gratitude. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. And there is always something to be grateful for: a sunrise, a kind word, a moment of quiet. Gratitude opens our eyes to the gifts hidden in everyday life and teaches us to cherish what is, rather than longing for what isn't. Try this. Each day, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be grand or extraordinary. It could be the smell of fresh bread, a phone call from a friend, or the sound of rain on the roof. As you cultivate this habit, you'll begin to notice beauty in places you once overlooked. You'll realize that the present moment, in all its simplicity, holds more than enough to sustain you. There is an incredible power in the now. It is the only time when we can truly act, feel, and be. The past is a memory stored in our minds. The future is a projection that hasn't yet arrived. But the present, it's alive, vibrant, and teeming with possibilities. When we live in the now, we become more attuned to ourselves and others. We listen more deeply, love more fully, and experience life with a heightened sense of awareness. This moment is all we ever have. It's easy to postpone our happiness, telling ourselves we'll be content when we achieve a certain goal, acquire a particular thing, or reach some future milestone. But happiness isn't a destination, it's a way of being, and it can only be found in the present. Remember, living in the present doesn't mean ignoring the past or neglecting the future. It means recognizing that while both the past and future have their place, neither is as important as the present. The past is a teacher, the future a dream, but the present is where life happens. So if you only hear one thing today, let it be this: reflect on the beauty of the present. Let go of yesterday's burdens and release tomorrow's anxieties. Breathe deeply, smile freely, and open your heart to this moment. Life is happening right now. Don't miss it.